So I'm just going to start reading it again. So the energy for today is the Princess of Cups. So, a delicate being, the Princess of Cups is finely tuned to the watery world of emotions. Perhaps naively, she wants to believe that a utopia is possible, a world that is abundant with love, light and peace. When she discovers the world can be a dark and deadly realm, the shock reverberates deeply into the core of her being until it is almost unbearable. How can human beings commit such acts of negligence, hatred and terror? And how can they embody so much anger and ill will? Her bandaged eyes symbolize the unwillingness to witness the suffering. Instead, she must look inwards. Her strategy is to develop a fantasy world populated by gentle, radiant beings and creatures who are continually moved to love, support and nurture one another. A world where love is given and received unconditionally and all forms of life are affirmed and cared for. As a child of the spirit world, where everything is evolving to its purest potential, she is able to commune with this vast domain of knowledge and accumulated karmic wisdom that for most remains unconscious. She therefore lives in both worlds and can be a powerful messenger using her perceptive nature and sensitivity to visualize and evoke the archetypal transitions and journeying that we all face in life in an endeavor to come home and become whole. Oh yes! Did you hear that? So this is the energy of coming home and becoming whole. So when we allow the hurts and challenges of life to make us a more inspiring, loving and beautiful human being, we are walking the most miraculous path. This is the alchemical game of transforming our burdens, the ball and chain of life we carry, into radiant possibilities. To move through life with grace, to not allow ourselves to be soured by sadness, or be held in the withering grasp of regret is a constant practice and one worth fully taking on. This card invites you to consider how a complaint, when looked at from a different creative angle, is transformed into a rich form of guidance. Okay, so this is amazing. It's sensitive and creative and open to psychic transmissions, unique perspective and a dreamer. Okay. So that totally relates to what this was, because just like it says in the letters for today, it's like I was afraid to believe in, you know, the craziness of this journey. And, you know, because that certainly for my twin, he's very much scientific brain, very much. And it's just landed on the Sacred Clown, which is basically taking the leap of faith, which is the Fool card, which is the first in the deck. And he's very practical and very scientific minded. And so always says, basically, it's kind of like, he knows that I do Reiki. And so he always, you know, basically takes the mickey out of me for it. But of course, people do that because they're frightened of it, right? Because they actually know deep down there is, deep down in their, you know, obviously in their, when they're tapping into their intuition, they really do know. And so that's the thing. That's what it's saying. It's saying, look, we're coming out. I'm just going to read 84 again because this is the message. So I'm dying to tell you how much I love you. Have always loved you. Have always been in love with you this whole time. It's been eating away at me because I've wanted to do something about it, but I've been frozen in my own fears. Fears of doing things wrong. Fears of hurting people, fear of change, and fear of stepping into the unknown. Fears that I let my heart rule my head when I've always been driven by my very calculated mind. But I can't go on like this. There's no happiness without you. You are my only true happy place. And then it fell out on the Clown and also the Strength card. So it is, you know, have courage, have strength to keep going forward, you know, and you will get there. I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever, because the messages are so clear. And you just know in the deepest part of your heart, when you remove all of the fear and all the, you know, and all of the how is this and when is it going to happen, all of that stuff, and you just get down to how do you make me feel in my heart. And that's love, right? That is love. So that's the only truth. That's what we're all working towards. So I hope that helps. If you want to have a channel letter, a healing or a reading, I'm doing $10 channeled letters and $20 healing and reading specials. All details in the link. All right, take care. Bye.